Man, coming at you with my weekly shed update. So the biggest change is you can see on my work table, all of my 5700 XTs are gone. I have sold 5 out of the 6, and I think I have the last one being sold. I'm not sure yet. And then I also took down that empty rig that was over there. I'm going to probably keep this one the way it is. I'm going to gut this one, probably sell the motherboard. I have a 3900X. I'd like to get on Raptorium, and I'd probably put it on this setup, and then maybe some GPUs temporarily. I don't know yet. This motherboard doesn't seem worth selling. It's an old DDR3 motherboard. I bought it in a motherboard lot. I didn't really want it, but it was part of the deal. So, you know, it's basically just going to stay on Linux forever until it can't do it anymore. So let's get to what I am mining. There's not too many big changes this week. I'm just going to give you a quick overview. As you can see, I updated to the latest Regal miner, and I had more issues than I thought I would. And it's funny because I think the only rig that actually is having any long-standing issues is my test bench. So let's go over the rigs that have changes. So this 3060 rig used to be 6. I actually RMA'd the Zotac one. The fans were dying, which I don't really care about because all Zotac fans die. It's kind of just an accepted fact. But the card was running really hot, like at 90C for no reason. And even the other Zotacs I have over here, sometimes their fans work, and they're both working right now. Sometimes they don't. They never run hot. And even this other one up here, where that fan periodically dies, which I did know before I bought it, isn't having any temperature issues. So I went ahead and RMA'd it with like 2 days left on the RMA. I actually think it expired. The warranty expires tomorrow, which is kind of weird when you think about. I bought it 3060 launch day, which means these babies have been out for 2 years. Wow, how time flies. And then the next biggest change is these guys are running on Kaspa and Zill. As you can see, I did a video earlier this week on testing some algos, and it was profitable. So they will be mining until it is not profitable, or until I deem necessary to turn them off. Now this one I was planning on getting up. I don't know though, it's not behaving right on Kaspa and Zill dual mining. It's being weird. I need to spend some more time with it. I just haven't had the time. Life's just been kind of busy, and I've been selling a lot of parts. This leads me to anything I plan on doing in the future. So I think, I hear birds chirping, that's kind of crazy. So I think my expansion plan will be to maybe put some CPU miners or some Shia miners right there, and then try to fill this down here with one more rig. I have some money saved up from selling all my parts, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to look and see if there's any more parts here that I don't need and I don't think I'll ever need, or if I need them I can buy them back. And then I'm going to look at buying 3070s or 3060 Ti's, maybe 3060s if the price is right, but honestly just 3070s and 3060 Ti's. And I'll put the next rig down there. And then if I can find them for a cheap price also, I might look at an HNT miner. I have room here, and I could probably put one at the top of this shed. So I think I might be doing that. Now that's assuming I can get them for cheap, because they're pretty profitable right now, depending on what you paid for them. And honestly, even if you paid like $200-300 for them, they're only making 18 cents a day right now, but that's way more than GPUs are making. And I think what I also might be doing is I might wait to see what the price of the 4060 and the 4070 look like. I might consider picking up 1 or 2 of those. We'll see. So that is what I'm doing this week, and that is my future plans. So one other thing to note before I go to show you my test benches is that I am officially down to only 30 series for NVIDIA and Big Navi for AMD as far as mining goes. I own nothing lower except for a 1050 and a 1030 that I use in my servers. Alright, I'll be right back with my I'll be right back with my test bench update. Alright, and here's my test bench. As you can see, this one's off. There's nothing to test right now. I'll leave it off for a bit. You know, if I find something that is worth testing, I'll move it on there. And then I've got this bench with these 4 GPUs just running new miners. And ironically, this one is not playing nice with the new Regal miner. So I might have to flash the hard drive. I don't know. It's being annoying. So I'm going to probably get to that now. Let's go to what you guys want to see. Let's show you what my profitability is this week and what my plans for next week are.
All right, time for this week's profitability numbers. So what I like to do first, for anybody who's not familiar with this, I like to go out and compare the hash rates from a week ago, and then I like to compare it to the price from a week ago, and then I like to go over my yield and then explain my plan for the coming week. So let's start off with Nexa. So if you look at my last video, Nexa went up from 15 or 12.52 terahash to 15.88 terahash. Or 15.51, I apologize, terahash. So you're looking at about a 3 terahash increase. Now the price was increasing with the hash up until 24 hours ago when it took a 10 to 15% tank, which it is what it is. It was floating at about 15 for a while, and then all of a sudden it went down to 12, or now it's up to 13. So price is kind of fluctuating. It's a fun coin like that. We're up 8% for the month, which is good, and Nexa is not even 90 days old, so we don't have any 90% comparables or a year comparable. So the hash rate keeps going up, but the profit is still somewhat going up because the price appreciation has increased. So overall, it's solid. Now let's go to kaspa next. So I haven't mined kaspa since December, or probably November actually. So I just want to show you guys the hash. It's been trending since its peak at 4.64 terahash. It's been trending down, and it's going up slightly in February, but you're looking at about 3.5 terahash, so it's taking about a 25% drop overall. So I'm only mining it with one 6700 XT rig. Now that might change. I don't know. It's too early to say. Now let's look at the price. Now the price of kaspa in the last 30 days is up 25%. It's up 1% in the last, almost 2% in the last 7 days. Overall, it's down 16% in the last 90 days, but I like the way it's been trending. It was up to its all-time high, and then it took dips, and it's slowly coming back up. So overall, I'm happy with it. As far as the ZIL hash rate goes, it hasn't changed. I feel like the people that are mining ZIL are the people that are mining ZIL, or maybe it's because you only mine it in such a short interval that it's hard to gauge the network hash rate properly. I'm not sure, but this is the second week in a row it hasn't changed. As far as the ZIL price, it's been pretty good. You're looking at about a 6% increase in 7 days, 21%, almost 22% in 30 days, and 44% in 90 days. ZIL's great. It's not hard to mine, and it gives you about a 20% profit bump. So if you can dual mine ZIL and whatever coin you're mining, I strongly recommend it. Now I want to go over my earnings this past week. Last week I was making $32 per day, assuming I sold. So this week we're looking at about, with the current price of ZIL, kaspa, and Nexa, and with the slight reduction in yield due to network hash rate of Nexa, we're looking at about $27 per day, 27 USD per day. So we're looking at about a $5 decrease. My break-even number is about $27, $28. So I'm doing okay. As long as the price keeps going up, I'm good. And again, I only need to sell to cover half of my electric bill, and I've already sold some this month, so I don't need to sell too much more. So that's not a bad thing. As for my plan the next week, I plan on trying to get my second and final AMD rig up. I've sold a bunch of GPUs, so I have a fund where I can buy some more if I want to try to get some more 3060s and 3060 Ti's and 3070s, which are currently the only two GPUs I'm targeting, unless I get some really good deals on a 3070 Ti or a 3060. But I plan on staying on, and I actually am talking to a close friend about potentially hosting his GPUs, because if you guys have seen some of the hobbyist miners videos, the more power he uses, the cheaper his rate is, and I'm kind of in the same boat. Now, I'm not quite as cheap because of where I live in Pennsylvania compared to him, but I can get it down I'm hoping to about 10 cents, 9 to 10 cents. And if I can get it down to, say 9 to 10 cents, then I think I really have a shot at, being more profitable, just raising my profitability, and that will allow me to host, some of my friends' mining rigs for relatively cheap, because it will, help increase my profitability as well. So that is my plan. Is just to sum up what I said, was basically just to keep doing what I'm doing. I'm gonna try to get my last rig up, and I'm looking into hosting my friend, and I'm hoping to have something like resolved in the next maybe month. We'll see. It's just life's been really busy, and it's kind of hard to tackle everything. As far as my GPUs, everything was up this week until the new Regal miner came out, and then it was playing havoc with some of my miners. So in the last 48 hours, I've had a little more downtime than I would like, and I currently have one rig down that I'm not able to get back up for a few more hours. But it is what it is, and I mean, while you're not mining, I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world, but it's not like ETH days where you're missing out on a ton of money. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. I'll be posting these weekly on Fridays. Please like and subscribe. Your time is valuable, so thank you for spending it with me. And guys, I just want to say, I'm at almost 950 subscribers. I am very, very close to being a YouTube partner. Any money I get from it, I'm just going to be putting back in the channel to try to improve my content and give you guys better content. So if you can please share this with your friends, please subscribe. It really means a lot to me. It's a lot of work to put in, and it's daunting when you're just kind of not seeing any of the rewards yet, but it's coming. I have faith in myself. I'm really enjoying it, and just if you guys could please help me just cross that last hump to go get to partner, I would really appreciate it. Again, I really appreciate your help, guys. I'm very grateful for all the support you've given me so far. So I'll see you next week. Croup Man out.